China, one of the most mysterious ancient civilizations on Earth, where unanswered questions still lie hidden among forests and stone. Across its vast land are structures so bizarre that even the world's top engineers are left in stunned silence, asking, how could they have built this? Temples appear to grow out of vertical cliffs, with no trace of scaffolding. Ancient bridges stretch over deep chasms without a single nail, yet have withstood the test of centuries. Some buildings seem to float in mid-air. Others sink into the mountains as if carved by an invisible hand. These are not just constructions, they are stone riddles, defying everything we know about engineering and time. Are they masterpieces or puzzles left behind on purpose? Or perhaps something we still can't comprehend? Linton Temple is a sacred ancient temple built high on a mountain, standing out with its peaceful and majestic natural surroundings. The temple is surrounded by old forests, tall cliffs, and soft clouds, making it feel like a place of deep meditation in nature. At sunrise, the first light shines through pine trees and reflects off moss-covered roofs, creating a sacred and glowing scene. Winds blow through mountain paths, birds sing, and the bell sounds from the temple bring peace to anyone listening. Wongshin Valley is a magical place surrounded by old forests and towering limestone mountains that make the landscape feel like a fairyland in real life. Floating clouds above the peaks and winding streams below create a dreamy scene, making visitors feel as if they've stepped into a fantasy. Ancient stone paths climb along the mountains, leading to wooden temples with curved roofs that blend perfectly with the wild surroundings. The entire area has a peaceful and sacred vibe, helping everyone who visits feel calm and deeply connected to nature. A famous legend tells of a young hermit monk who lived here in solitude to practice his path for 40 years without a break. The place where he lived has since become a sacred spot where people come to pray and reflect on spiritual awakening. Breathtaking scene. The thunderous sound of falling water fills the air, letting visitors feel nature's wild and mighty power. Ancient people believed it was a dragon's vein, a place full of sacred energy where a divine dragon once lived. The sound of the waterfall is like a call from the heavens, touching something sacred deep in the heart. "72 marvelous towers sits among limestone mountains and lush green forests, where morning mist makes the whole area look like a mythical world." Small waterfalls fall from over 100 feet high, and sunlight through the trees creates shimmering light patterns like a dream. The buildings are made by hand in traditional Tujia stilt house style, with towers reaching up to 360 feet that impress visitors with their size and beauty. The number 72 is believed to symbolize prosperity and is linked to a legend of 72 ancestral spirits who built and protected this land for thousands of years. Some believe that during full moon nights, drum sounds rise from the base of the towers, calling the spirits back to bless their people. Whether true or just legend, 72 marvelous towers attracts those who seek both natural beauty and spiritual connection. Gaoki Ling is a majestic limestone mountain range with sharp cliffs that looked like they were carved by an invisible hand. Natural ridges on the rock faces form huge patterns, making the mountains feel ancient and unique. On cloudy days, the highest peak, standing over 80 feet, often disappears into thick white mist, creating the feeling of floating in the sky. From afar, the whole range looks like a wall of stone, separating reality from a mysterious world. It is believed that a powerful hermit once meditated here and turned into clouds, leaving behind sacred energy. Sigang Chanhu Meow village looks like a jewel among mountains, with wooden stilt houses hugging green hills and reflecting in a winding, clear stream. Terraced fields shine in the sun, blending with forests and the sound of flutes that echo across the hills. The houses are built entirely from wood and joined by hand without nails, showing a deep bond with nature over generations. A local legend tells of a sacred dragon that once flew across the sky and landed in the valley, guiding the Meow people to build their village. An elder dreamed of the dragon pointing to rich land with flowing water and mountains protecting it like heavenly hands. Even today, some say that on full moon nights, they see glowing shapes like a dragon flying above the hills. Meow Grottoes is a wonder located in a dry desert region where red-yellow sandstone cliffs rise like massive natural walls. Stretching over 1 mile, the site has more than 700 caves carved deep into the rock, forming a unique spiritual complex. Some believe monks sealed it to protect the works from war, but the true reason remains a mystery to this day. Daju Mountain is a grand place where natural beauty blends with the deep culture and old spiritual beliefs of the East. The mountain has ancient forests, waterfalls over 300 feet tall, and clear streams running along its slopes throughout the year. Spring brings blooming flowers, summer stays cool, fall is quiet and deep, and winter covers the land with peaceful morning mist. From the top, you can see wide skies, green forests, and golden sunlight mixing like a painting come to life. Many caves on the mountain were used by monks long ago and still hold a quiet and mysterious feeling. After meditating at the peak, many travelers say they feel clear-minded and filled with deep, peaceful energy. Fenghuang ancient town is one of the rare places that still keeps the original beauty of old Chinese architecture, with wooden houses hundreds of years old standing by the river. The whole town looks like a living watercolor painting, where every alley, stone step, and bridge brings back quiet memories of the past. Without blueprints, all houses here were built by hand using skills passed down through generations and strong belief. Red lanterns light up the river at night, creating a dreamlike scene that makes the town feel like a fantasy world. In the early morning, fog flows through curved rooftops, forming what many call a living landscape painting, blurring the line between real and unreal. Some houses have existed for over 984 feet and are still lived in today, built with only wood and no steel or nails. Thanks to stilted structures, the town has never flooded, even after many heavy rainy seasons. The Netturn Bridge is one of the most unique bridges, designed with 9 continuous zigzag curves, each carrying deep meaning in Eastern philosophy. Ancient beliefs say bad energy flows in straight lines, while good energy and luck move in curves, so the bridge was built in this shape to clear away negativity. When standing at one end, you cannot see the other, making it feel like entering a mysterious path with no clear destination. A legend says, if you stop at each curve to take a deep breath, your mind will feel lighter and more peaceful. Even though the bridge is only a few hundred feet long, many visitors take up to 20 minutes to cross because they keep stopping to admire and reflect. Tianmen Mountain is a unique natural wonder standing over 4,900 feet high, famous for its giant natural arch carved into the cliff called the Heaven's Gate. The winding trails along steep cliffs, a glass skywalk hanging in the air, and a cable car stretching more than 4 miles add to its breathtaking view. Its surreal beauty often leaves visitors in awe, as if they are standing between Earth and the sky. The natural gate is believed to be a connection between humans and the divine, guiding souls through a path of cleansing and awakening. These experiences make Tianmen Mountain not only a stunning landscape, but also a sacred place for personal and spiritual discovery. Fujian Tulu sits in a wild, natural setting. The round and square earth buildings rise among green forests, rice terraces, and small streams, blending perfectly with nature. Each Tulu has walls more than 6 feet thick and stands up to 4 stories tall, housing dozens of families in a closed circle. The design looks like a stronghold where people live together for generations, safe from storms and time. A mysterious story from the 20th century gave these buildings worldwide fame. Western satellites first spotted the round, sealed buildings and thought they were hidden missile bases. CIA agents even visited the site and were shocked to find they were just traditional homes. Izai Bridge is an engineering wonder stretched across steep limestone mountains, creating a breathtaking and unique landscape. The suspension bridge hangs among the clouds, connecting two high peaks and crossing a canyon more than 1,100 feet deep. Locals believe the site was once guarded by a sacred dragon and holds the spiritual energy of the mountains. Huku Waterfall is one of China's most unique natural wonders, where a wide river suddenly narrows and drops about 66 feet, like water pouring from a teapot. During the rainy season, the waterfall can expand over 160 feet wide, sending roaring white water down in a breath. Fenghuang's scenic area is one of the most dense and majestic karst landscapes in the world, with tens of thousands of sharp peaks rising close together. These cone-shaped peaks look like natural pens pointing toward the sky. Scientists have used its unique structure as a model to compare with the surface of Mars due to its complexity and purity. Meijishan Grottoes is an ancient Buddhist wonder built into the side of a dome-shaped red rock mountain about 460 feet high. There are more than 190 caves carved into the cliff, holding over 7,200 Buddha statues and thousands of ancient murals with deep artistic and historical value. Wooden walkways hang along the cliff face, connecting the caves like a giant web, giving visitors the feeling of walking through the sky. Many visitors feel calm and clear-minded in this ancient space, as if guided by an invisible force. Linton Temple Grottoes is one of the most remarkable Buddhist heritage sites still preserved in China, with over 180 caves carved into tall cliff walls. The landscape is breathtaking, with high sandstone cliffs glowing in orange and red tones under the sunlight, creating a mythical and powerful scene. Although no one has seen it directly, this story continues to be told, adding a deep sense of mystery and wonder to the Linton Temple Grottoes. Tianmen Mountain is a natural wonder marked by a giant granite pillar rising about 466 feet high straight into the sky. Surrounding it are steep cliffs, green forests, and rock formations shaped like dragons or kneeling elephants, creating a powerful and mysterious scene. Since then, people have climbed the mountain during full moons, hoping to see the dragon flying to heaven, a sign of enlightenment and heavenly blessing. Dhang Canyon is a stunning natural wonder with limestone cliffs rising hundreds of feet, creating a breathtaking and dramatic landscape. White waterfalls fall from above, merging into a clear stream that winds through ancient forests, forming a vibrant natural symphony. The blend of natural beauty and mysterious spiritual energy makes Dhang a special place for those seeking harmony with the earth. Fujian Canyon Bridge is one of the highest suspension bridges in the world, hanging above a deep and rugged canyon at about 1,800 feet. From the bridge, visitors can see steep cliffs, endless forests, and clouds floating just below their feet. One day, a lost hunter met a mysterious old man who gave him a glowing stone and said the light would vanish when a bridge was built. Nanhai Guanyin Temple is a large Buddhist site by the sea, with a three-faced statue of Guanyin over 300 feet tall, facing in different directions. The landscape is both grand and peaceful, with the wide blue sea, open sky, and green trees all around, giving a calm feeling. Sea breezes pass through the temple halls, carrying the scent of incense and the sound of ringing bells that calm the mind. The statue's three faces represent wisdom, compassion, and the power to protect people from harm. Some have seen drops of water fall from the statue's hand on dry days, believed to be a sacred blessing. The perfect mix of nature and spirit has made Nanhai Guanyin Temple a place to admire and to find peace within the soul. Daju Temple sits peacefully at the base of a mountain, surrounded by pine trees and ancient plum gardens, creating a calm and natural atmosphere. In spring, hundreds of plum trees bloom together, covering the courtyard in soft pink, making the scenery look like a fairyland. When the wind blows gently, flower petals float across the ground with bell sounds and incense scent filling the air. The temple follows traditional design with curved roofs, dark red brick walls, and dragon-carved wooden columns. A local legend tells of a monk who disappeared one snowy night, leaving only small, round footprints leading to an old plum tree. There, a single flower bloomed in the cold, and people believed the monk had become that flower as a sign of enlightenment. Fenghuang Temple lies hidden in the wild mountains, where green forests, limestone cliffs, and natural springs blend into a peaceful and sacred place. Tall rock walls surround the temple, creating a majestic setting, while trees offer shade and fresh air throughout the year. The temple fits the mountain shape, with old stone corridors, curved tile roofs, and carvings of lotuses and Buddhas on the walls. One winter, a young monk saw a white deer standing quietly at the gate during heavy snowfall while he meditated. The snow around the deer melted into the shape of an 8-petal lotus flower, which amazed everyone in the temple. Since then, 8-petal lotus carvings were placed around the temple, reminding all visitors of compassion, wisdom, and pure inner peace. Yongming Temple is an ancient and sacred place surrounded by green forests, fresh air, and streams that flow all year. Climbing the old stone steps feels like walking into a silent world far away from the noise of daily life. The temple is also a famous spiritual site linked to Master Yongming, believed to be a form of Amitabha Buddha. Some visitors say that while sitting in the main hall, they hear soft chanting from inside themselves, even though no one is chanting. Certain Buddha statues in the temple still shine brightly, even though they are hundreds of years old. The perfect mix of natural beauty and spiritual depth makes Yongming Temple a must-visit for those seeking true peace. Linton Temple sits on a mountain slope about 1,600 feet high, surrounded by green forests and year-round flowing streams in a peaceful meditation space. Each morning, light mist covers the ancient rooftops while sunlight filters through the trees, creating a calm and heavenly atmosphere. From the courtyard, clouds float between tall limestone peaks, making visitors feel they are standing at the edge of earth and sky. The temple is built along the mountain's shape, with stone walkways connecting curved tile halls and large wooden pillars carved with dragons and lotuses. A 9-story brick and stone pagoda stands tall by the cliffside, seen as the spiritual heart of the entire temple complex. The next day, the scent still remained on the monk's robe, seen as proof of a sacred connection between spirit and prayer. City God Temple is a solemn ancient shrine that preserves deep spiritual traditions and serves as a sacred symbol for the community. The temple is usually built near rivers or lakes, giving it balanced energy and a strong connection to surrounding nature. The grounds are filled with old trees, calm ponds, and red tile corridors that create a peaceful and timeless atmosphere for visitors. In spring, flowers bloom brightly around the temple, while fall brings red and golden leaves that turn paths into quiet, poetic landscapes. Taihao Palace is a sacred ancient site surrounded by tall old trees and a calm lake that looks like a giant mirror. In spring, blooming flowers and red rooftops shine brightly, creating a solemn but lively view full of color and nature. The architecture follows a royal layout, with a main axis from the front gate to the central altar, high platforms, and glazed tile roofs. Every wooden piece shows detailed carvings of dragons, phoenixes, and swirling clouds, expressing deep meaning in every inch. Tianmen Mountain stands out, with its towering shape that looks like a heavenly gate rising among soft white clouds all year round. In autumn, golden and red leaves cover the mountain, and the sound of wind through trees adds a sacred feeling to the place. Along the trail to the top, visitors see old stone gates, bell towers, and Buddha statues carved into the cliffs. The most famous is the Tianmen Gate, carved into a cliff about 985 feet high, symbolizing wisdom and spiritual freedom. A legend says that a monk lived alone on the mountain and rang the bell every midnight, though no one knew the reason. Daju Mountain stands out with two tall peaks shaped like ox horns, offering both natural beauty and deep spiritual meaning. The mountain is covered in green forests, flowing streams, and natural caves that create a calm and powerful setting. The mountain is known as the resting place of a Buddha relic, considered one of Buddhism's most sacred treasures. Some areas deep inside the mountain stay at the same temperature all year, no matter the weather outside, and no one knows why. The mix of grand nature, sacred faith, and unexplained wonders makes Daju Mountain a place not to be missed. Tianmen Mountain stands out with steep limestone cliffs and waterfalls that drop from about 330 feet, creating a grand and powerful natural scene. Each season brings a new look, with spring flowers and autumn leaves painting the trails in bright colors like an ancient landscape painting. A famous legend tells of a carp that trained for hundreds of years and tried to leap through the waterfall at Tianmen. People believe this gate is a place where strong faith and effort can lead to personal transformation. Some hikers say that near certain cliffs, their bodies feel light and their minds become unusually calm. Others report hearing chanting sounds from deep inside the mountain, even when no one is there. Jiming 3 Province's Bridge stands in a majestic natural setting where tall limestone mountains meet green forests and a clear river flows below. Looking down from the bridge reveals a vivid painting where clouds, mountains, and water become one in peaceful beauty. The bridge uses a modern, cable-stayed design about 0.6 miles long, with elegant curves and strong pillars rising from the river. Its structure provides strength while blending naturally into the landscape. Long ago, people said a sacred stone, shaped like a rooster's head, stood at the meeting point of 3 lands. During construction, engineers found a strange cracked stone resembling a rooster's head right at the main pillar's spot. Locals believe it is the ancient guardian spirit, protecting the bridge with energy from the land and sky. Deji Plaza is a modern symbol in a bustling city known for its bold architecture and green-friendly design. The whole building is wrapped in giant glass walls, allowing natural sunlight to flood the interior spaces. The design follows ancient Feng Shui principles, with pathways and layout planned to guide positive energy flow. Art exhibitions with spiritual and mysterious themes are often held here, enhancing the cultural depth of the plaza. This mix of modern lifestyle with traditional beliefs makes Deji Plaza a truly unique and fascinating destination. Expo Culture Park is a large green space that offers a relaxing experience in the middle of a modern city. Long grass fields, clear blue lakes, and terraced gardens with diverse plants create a vivid natural scene that changes with the seasons. Curved walking paths wind through bamboo gardens and outdoor displays, making each step feel like entering a new setting. What's strange is that the light spot shifts a little every year, making people believe it's more than art. It's an ancient time marker. Many visitors think the statue connects humans with the movement of the universe through this hidden beam of sunlight. Fujian Valley is a unique land with raw stone structures, winding underground streams, and ancient forests surrounding it, in a wild but majestic setting. Giant stone statues covered in moss and standing stones placed in strange patterns create a space that feels beyond time. When sunlight passes through the mountain gaps, the shadows on the statues form a mystical scene, like something from legend. Besides the enchanting nature, this valley brings back ancient Yelang culture through ancestor rituals, mask festivals, and symbolic displays. Many legends say the spirit of the Yelang king still watches the valley through the invisible gaze of old stone statues. The valley is not only a beautiful destination, but also a spiritual and mythical place where nature and ancient culture come together. The Anlong Pyramid is a giant triangle-shaped rock sitting in grand limestone mountains, amazing visitors with its perfect form and sharp structure. Each side is straight, evenly sloped, and smooth like it was carefully carved, reminding people of ancient pyramids. At sunrise and sunset, light hits the rock and reveals sharp lines, making it look like a sculpture from a hidden hand. Around it are deep green forests, underground streams, and light mist, creating a powerful and peaceful setting. Locals still hold sky and peace rituals at the pyramid's base on special calendar days, believing the land is sacred. These strange events make the Anlong Pyramid not just a natural wonder, but a place where spirit and geology meet. Wanfeng Forest amazes with over 20,000 limestone peaks shaped like brush tips, forming a mountain sea that stretches more than 30 miles. Each morning, mist floats gently over the peaks, and sunlight passing through the rocks makes the entire view shine. Between the mountains lie terraced fields, small rivers, and deep green bamboo forests, blending rock, water, and plants in perfect harmony. Traditional wooden houses sit quietly at the mountain bases, their curved roofs glowing under sunset light and blending into nature. It is believed to be the spirit of an ancient chief who died defending his village and now returns during storms to guard the forest. Daju Town is a peaceful destination surrounded by majestic nature, where old buildings and mountain landscapes blend into a calm and quiet world. The town is surrounded by winding mountain ranges, tall pine forests, and clear underground streams flowing through stone paths. The weather is cool all year, and in the morning, light mist covers the land like a soft silk scarf, creating a dreamy scene. Every small wooden bridge and old stone road remains untouched, keeping the peaceful rhythm of life here unchanged. Shuangmen Cave is a rare natural wonder with two giant cave entrances standing side by side like gateways to opposite worlds. A stone corridor connects the two entrances, stretching around 1,300 feet and curving with the natural shape of the land. An old legend says that during a full moon night in the 7th lunar month, a curious young man entered the cave during heavy rain. Near the cave's center, he heard his name echoing from deep underground, and then he vanished. Three days later, people found him unconscious at the first entrance, holding a strange, glowing stone. When he woke up, he could not remember anything that had happened inside. Since then, people believe that during sacred moments, the cave opens a third door, linking the human world and the spirit world. Xiaoyang Cave is a majestic natural wonder hidden deep in ancient limestone mountains, where vertical cliffs rise over 100 feet, forming a legendary-looking scene. Inside, the cave has a 3-level structure. The lowest level has a winding underground stream. The middle has stone corridors like stairs to the sky, and the top has massive rock chambers shaped like thrones and gates. Every morning, sunlight enters the cave's entrance and fills the interior with a golden glow, making the space feel sacred and dreamlike. Crystal-like stalactites hang from the ceiling, sparkling like giant curtains, and adding to the rare beauty of the cave. Legend says that one night under a full moon long ago, hunters entered the cave and saw a floating silver light that looked like a river in the air. Daju Valley is a place where time seems to slow down, and the silence feels like stepping into another dimension. Cliffs, over 330 feet tall, surround the valley like ancient walls of time, creating a majestic and mysterious atmosphere. A small underground stream runs gently through the valley, sounding like the soft breath of the earth and calming the soul. Leaves changing color out of season and moss glowing faintly at night lead many to believe this place holds unique energy. In certain spots, tapping on the rock creates echoes like old temple bells, as if touching the heartbeat of a forgotten shrine.